Dr. Steve Calacercio,
Yeah.
did I get it right?
Pretty good. It's not bad.
Brand new place here in West Caldwell, Vitality Wellness. It's a health club. First off, we're going to be here all morning because we're going to talk about resolutions. You want this to be a resolution
proof.
Why? What do you mean?
Well, I think a lot of the members here are like middle-aged and older for the most part. We have some younger people, but it's just serious people. I mean, and like a workout, you know, nobody would not take a shower for a week or 2 weeks. So why would you not stretch and strengthen?
Everybody drinks water every day. Everybody eats every day.
You have to do. I explained you have to do it twice a week, like at least 45 minutes of workout, at least upper body and core one day, lower body and core another day, and that's what I teach people how to do.
So we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about some of these tutorials, but online he posts all these events. Yesterday I was working with our colleague Josh there, editor and engineer, and you have this thing about how to sleep. So we're going to show this. You believe we should have four pillows when we sleep. Why?
Near you in bed. Yeah. So ideally you sleep on your back with like one good firm pillow. The problem is not a lot of people could sustain sleeping on their back, especially as we get older. Sleep apnea issues creep in. So when you turn on your side, a lot of people wreck their posture turning on their side, only using the one pillow because you're totally out of alignment. So it's a 4-pillow operation is the way I call it. So when you turn on your side, instead of the one pillow, you now need 2 pillows to fill in the gap. The worst thing you could do is to jack your arm up because you're impinging the shoulder. So you're on your side, you have 2 pillows here, and then you want to have a big fat hug pillow is the 3rd pillow. This way you're not like this all night long, impinging here and stretching out the right rhomboid. And then the 4th pillow, of course, between your knees to kind of keep your SI joints and everything in line because we kind of lose the baby fat between our knees. So it's really a 4-pillow operation.
You know what intrigues me is it doesn't seem like I'm dripping sweat here. It seems like I'm getting an education. Now, full disclosure, you're a chiropractor, so you understand the mechanics of the body.
Yes, 3 things really. Started as personal trainer, then went through chiropractic school, then went through massage therapy school. So I wear many hats.
But unfortunately, he's not wearing a hat right now. No, he is wearing a hat. Coming up next, and this is really what motivated me to do this, is quitting Friday weekend. So we're going to help people quit quitting and focus on just not so much resolutions, but better habits. So we're going to be here. But till then, we're going to send it back to you in the studio. Can I just lie down here? I just show me. So okay. So back to you guys in the studio. I'm going to get all 4 pillows, and we'll take a nap. I'll put this one. There you go.
That's a lot of pillows.
All right, back to you. There's a lot of pillows. You're right.
Starting a 5-minute or so appearance on television by boxing and ending it with a nap. Only John. John, by the way, I know you're giving us forecasts telling us about why not to quit your resolutions. Look at what's happening behind you. Not just that, what we actually just witnessed, but it's a crowded gym at 6:45 on a Sunday morning.
So this is Bob, and you know what? It is crowded on a Sunday morning. They open at 5. So Bob, he's got his sets and his rep. It's not too much. This weighted cart. It's different muscles he's using. It's all about posture, and it's all about strength. But he's also going to feel it in his heart too. There's so many cool things here. So that's why, I mean, it's a new kind of a gym. Obviously, you see a lot of the things you see in all the gyms. But, now don't hurt yourself, Bob. But, okay, now, see, we'll get one more time with Bob before we go to graphics. See, now he's slowed everything down, and it's much more of a stretch there. See? What an education. So let's talk about, let's get you going. This is just fun to watch. Let's get you going. I want to talk about. So Dr. Steve is here. You say don't make resolutions, make routines.
Build routines, not resolutions, exactly.
What's this?
Well, it's just I try to quarterback the workout for people that join here. A lot of people join and they're going to try to come 5-6 times a week, but they haven't worked out in years. So that's really not sustainable. It's not really that healthy for the body. So I call it workout A, B, and C. So workout A would be upper body strengthening with core. Workout B would be lower body strengthening with core.
The next time you're here.
The next day, yeah. And then the next day is either an off day, rest and recovery, enjoy your family, work. Yeah. And then the next day would be a cardio aerobic day.
So
workout C.
You make it a habit instead of an obligation.
If life gets in the way and you only get here twice in a week, you did upper body one day, lower body another day, but you did core work both times. If you get here a third day, you're doing aerobic cardio. Unless, of course, you do that on your own. You play pickleball.
But what you're saying is that it's a plan. And the thing I like about this is, now at my little gym, they have like the graphics that show you, but you've gone through with every machine and you do the work, you take the pictures, you show what it is, and that way, and obviously you're here too, so it's about teaching. By the way, what is this thing?
It's a stretch cage. So there's a bunch of different things you could do on here, and there's pictures of a bunch of little pictures of different exercises. I love those three. So I blew up pictures so members, it's easy for them to figure out.
Well, they told me not to stretch now, TV term. Go ahead, stretch away, and we'll send things back to you guys in the studio. I've got to get me one of these stretch cages. You are correct. It was Quitting Friday was last Friday when the majority of people who make resolutions stop or quit. This morning we're going to talk about making routines instead of resolutions, like Kat here. Kat here joined a year ago, January 1, thought she'd last a month. She comes 5 times a week. And look at that, abs of steel. By the way, who should lift weights more, men or women, and why? We're going to talk about that too. Right now, though. But you know what? If you think things through and kind of come up with a plan, like here, I'm like, well, you're walking backwards. No, this is great for the quads, and this is definitely going to help my knees. You know, most back pain is the hip. So you want to do this, go the other way. This is crucial, and this is crucial too if you've had a hip replacement or any kind of surgery. But the benefit is the back. You remember that song, The Hip Bone's Connected to the Backbone? Guess what? It is. So we're going to make more connections actually about the way you brush your teeth and how that impacts your back pain. Wild. But right now,
talking to people about the importance of remaining active as the months go on, especially if you have a New Year's resolution to do so, John.
Yeah, and you know, you talk about busy. It is nice to be busy. So Kat is so busy, I had to beg her to stay because she got here shortly after 5. You joined the gym a year ago, right?
A year ago on January 1st.
Because your mom told you to.
Yes, because we had to support Steve. He's a good friend.
So you thought you'd just, all right, join the gym, pay the money.
And that's it.
How often do you come?
I now come about 5 days a week. I average 5 days a week, sometimes 6.
Why?
I felt a difference. And I felt better and stronger, and I actually lost weight.
How much weight?
20 pounds.
How does that feel?
Fantastic. Because I'm starting to get back where I felt before, which is good.
And we're just chatting here, and she's like showing us how everything works, and then she said, TikTok, gotta go. God bless. Say hi to everybody. Listen, 20 pounds and 5 days a week. All right, so we're not saying, you know, you have to do that, but it does feel good. All right, let's talk about weather and how our numbers are changing too. If you can come with me, just I don't know how easy this is. We've got mirrors everywhere, and Vince is so camera shy. So everything's color coded. So red is upper body, green is lower body, core, and then the yellow is lower body. Also, Dr. Steve has been with us here. Personal attention. I'm not going to name this woman, but you're working with this young lady, and you're just like, you are making sure she's doing everything right. It's a lot about education for you, right?
Absolutely, yeah. She's doing upper body and core today. So.
And then part of it is your eyes on her, right?
Yes, and then pointing out, I have her doing most of the pictures that are on the wall. So this way, when she comes in on her own, it empowers her and she knows what to do on her own. And she doesn't have to rely on a class. Yeah. There's a lot of places today that people could only go and take a class. They don't know how to do it on their own. Yeah. But it's important to know how to do this stuff on your own as well.
So we talk about, and this is what's interesting, you talk about doing stuff on your own. Let's talk about your bathroom. That's right, your bathroom. One thing I've found, I'm not a member of this gym, neither are some of my buddies at work that I've been sharing your videos. All of those are on your website. Yeah. You have this thing about the hand towel exercise. We've all been brushing our teeth wrong. Shaving. So we're shaving. So what are you showing us here? What's this about?
So the worst thing for your low back is to forward back bend, where you round your low back, and that happens at the bathroom sink a lot because you don't want to get your shorts wet or the counter's cold.
So you're away from the countertop.
Yeah, I keep a hand towel on my bathroom, in front of my bathroom sink like that, so I can lean my hips into it, bend at the hip hinge, bend at the hips, which keeps my lower back neutral spine and protects my lower back. So when I'm bending over, washing my face, shaving, brushing my teeth, I'm not going to get low back pain, because really rounding your lower back hunched over like that puts a tremendous amount of pressure on your discs, and you could throw your back out.
Will you say, as a trainer and a chiropractor, if we adopt daily changes for better alignment, you're going to be able to have less physical therapy and less pain?
100%. What people don't realize is that you're working out all day long. It's not only in the gym. All of your movements throughout the day is gonna decipher impact whether you get low back pain or not.
So I'm very encouraged by all this stuff, because I'm actually not 29 anymore. We're going to talk more about that, and specifically shoulders the next time we chat. Right now, though, I'm going to go correctly stand over a sink and send things back to you in the studio. There's a very easy way to transition, because you're talking about health, you're talking about staying safe, and this should not make you queasy. This is my new best friend, Kristen. I don't want to get hurt. What are you doing right now?
This is the horizontal backhand swing.
And how helpful is it to have Dr. Steve watching every move you make to make sure you're doing it correctly?
It's key for your body mechanics. If anything is out of line, you risk injury.
Yeah.
So it's very important to have him here fine-tuning each exercise as we perform them.
I hate to bring up painful memories of your injuries. I was just chatting with her. You had 2 back surgeries?
Yes, back in 2015 and another one in 2016.
They were so debilitating. You wanted to become an ICU nurse. You were told that you would never be a nurse, right?
That is correct, yes. So after the first surgery, I was working a med surg in a float pool, and I wanted to move to the ICU. And they said, with your back, you'll never be able to lift the patients and give the care that you would need. Because
I just learned this. In the ICU, how often do you actually manipulate and lift, like 360, the patients?
A minimum of every 2 hours. It can be more frequent if they need to be cleaned or if there's an emergency.
So your back gets a lot of work.
Correct, yes.
So what would you say to anybody who has been told you'll never do it, you'll never come back after an injury?
You can do anything you put your mind to. If you have the proper training, somebody to help you with your body mechanics, and you are persistent and you stay strong, anything's possible.
Well, thank you for being an ICU nurse. How often are you here?
At least 3 times a week. I have to keep my back strong so I can continue to lift the patients.
All right, and we've interrupted enough. I love that story. God bless.
Thank you so much.
And she's going to church at 11 o'clock, too, so she's got 10 o'clock. So, all right, so I just found that, I know we hadn't planned that, I just found that inspirational. And she was telling me about the extent of these surgeries, and not a plug, but a big shout out to the Hospital for Special Surgery, where they were able to get her on the right track. All right, let's get you back.
Gym in West Caldwell, New Jersey.
It's hot in there.
We've been talking about robots that you buy to punch, which is unbelievable. And I understand if you happen to DVR this hour of television, you're probably very confused. But John's at a gym telling us about New Year's resolutions, staying active, and giving us forecasts somehow in between it all. John.
All right.
Well, I'm in the sauna right now. I got to tell you, I will do anything to help my shoulder pain. So I bring on the heat. Anything. Coming up in our full forecast, I'm going to realize that I've been doing everything wrong, and that Dr. Steve is going to help us with our shoulders with what he says is the best and most important exercise to keep you only in the sauna for fun, not for pain. All right, it has not been a sauna temperature-wise. In fact, it's still January.
New Jersey. He's been at Vitality Modern Wellness, learning ways to, like tips and tricks, honestly, like putting a towel on your counter while you brush your teeth to make sure you don't stress your lower back. Yes. So it's really been interesting stuff, John.
I don't know when it happened, but one day I woke up and I was old. One day I woke up and I managed to hurt myself while I was sleeping. So I guess fitness and our idea of fitness and wellness has changed. And that's why this kind of unique gym is really more than a gym. And we're going to actually talk about shoulders and why your shoulder hurts, or why it probably hurts. Right now, though, let's get out there. Let's take a walk. I work with. So producer producer Matt. Come on over here, Dr. Steve. This would just happen minutes ago. This is your everyday breakfast, and you're trying to pack in a lot of protein, right?
Daytime smoothie, yes, very healthy. There's no way I would sit and eat all that in a salad. It just wouldn't happen. So blend it up in a smoothie, it goes right down, and I take my vitamins with it. So it's my first meal of the day.
Do you have hemp in there? Hemp seeds?
No, flaxseed, ground flax, turmeric, curcumin, pumpkin seeds, mixed unsalted nuts, kale, apple, blueberries.
All we need to do is do this. Okay, now, show me what you just showed me. How do we start walking as we get older?
Well, so age-related posture decline is really the take-home message. We all know what it is. We just end up internally rotated shoulders, pushes our head forward. We get a hump back here. That's really the root cause of most of our neck, upper back pain, common back pain. So this exercise, I tell people, this is really my #1 shoulder exercise of importance. Reason being is you're not strengthening, it's not a strengthening or a stretch, it's a range of motion exercise which does both. So basically what I mean by that is I'm coming all the way back, it's stretching me into external rotation to open up my shoulder, and then I'm strengthening the internal rotators on the way up. So opening up my shoulder and then strengthening on the way up. So I'm gonna do like 2 sets of about 15 reps, and that's gonna totally counteract internally rotated shoulders. It's gonna help open me up.
Let me ask you this question.
Yeah.
You know, as a chiropractor, as a science, and as a trainer, when do you stop doing something? If something hurts, should you stop doing it? You know, no pain, no gain. That really doesn't
I don't
work,
subscribe
right?
to no pain, no gain. Yeah, no, we modify it. That's why I'm one-on-one with people when I work with patients and clients. So, you know, you have to know how to change things up on the fly.
So you would back down.
You could modify something, or you would lower the weight, or you would skip it. You know, certain exercise if it's bothering you, we figure out why, and you skip it.
So that's why I like it. It's very thoughtful. And the other thing too, as we wrap things up, you don't see a lot of these tables at a standard gym. It's all about breaking a sweat, which is important, aerobic, and it's all about the weights. But these tables, it's almost like physical therapy as much as physical training.
Yeah, they're mat tables. So you're setting this place sets people up to succeed because you get out of physical therapy, you learn everything on a table, and then you go to the run-of-the-mill gym and there's no table. So it's someone in their 50s, 60s who's out of shape. They're not going to get a little rinky-dink yoga mat off the wall, put it on the floor somewhere, get up and down off the floor, which that could cause problems in and of itself. So having these mat tables, it's crucial.
Well, we'll table that. And talk more, not that I'm in my 50s or 60s, and talk about getting our feet cold next time. But right now we'll get back on the mat and send things back to you guys in the studio.
Getting our feet cold. Okay, that's a tease. All right, John, really good information. Thank you.
Morning. We're not taking anything away, we're just adding. To wrap up, first off, thank you for inviting us out here.
Well, thanks for coming.
What is your website?
VitalityModernWellness.com.
And the reason I'm saying that, obviously we're supporting small businesses in our area. You put all these great videos on that you can go to when you find the website. Why do we put our feet in cold water?
So cold plunging is all the rage now. I listened to an audiobook called the Wim Hof Method, and he talked about the 2 minutes hand or foot cold plunge. So I started doing it because I have like a minor Raynaud's. So basically, it built my resilience to the cold. So like last winter I was doing it. As a matter of fact, we started doing a class here in the kitchen, and then I didn't have to wear my battery-powered gloves. So it's like you get used to the cold. I think we're pampered as human beings. We're never in the cold. So that's why as we age, we're getting cold hands and feet, and the blood isn't circulating as good.
Well, full disclosure, this is very close to where I live, and a friend of mine, Maura Lincoln, said, you've got to meet Steve because he cares about the people that come here. But, go to the website. You don't have to join the gym, but let's do stuff, and we can stay healthy. You were dynamite.
Thanks so much.
This was so much fun, and I feel healthier, and you should see the abs on Vince, just since he's been here this morning. Right now, though, let's stay strong and keep going with those resolutions. Back to you guys.
Vince, let's get you a nice bath, my friend. John, you too. You've done a lot of workouts today. Thank you, guys. We appreciate it.